if you stay up late enough, they're the best talk show hosts around.
Did you just say you didn't have to use your AK?
I didn't have to use it, did I?
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 late-night talk show hosts.
Here's the beauty part. We do whatever we want, and they have to pay for it. That's right.
For this list, we're taking aim at those people who sit behind the interview desks of some of our favorite late-night talk shows. We're excluding straight-up newsmen, because that's a list for another day.
I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Number 10, Jimmy Fallon.
Welcome back to the Tonight Show, everybody. I'm here with Paul Rudd, and he and I are about to have the first Tonight Show lip sync battle.
Fallon first caught the public's eye during his 6 giggle-filled years on Saturday Night Live.
Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow.
He then branched into film, but his time to shine came in 2009 when he took the reins from late-night host Conan O'Brien. Fallon made the show his own, offering games galore, as well as musical comedy in the form of epic rap battles, song parodies, and impersonations.
Going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali.
I don't think so.
In 2014, he followed in his red-headed predecessor's footsteps by inheriting The Tonight Show from Jay Leno.
And you know what? Jimmy is the perfect guy to do it. He's going to do a fantastic job, so congratulations, Jimmy.
But unlike Conan, Fallon still holds the post.
That's gotta feel good.
Number 9, Jonathan Ross.
How would Victoria react if you gave her a sack of potatoes?
I knew you was coming to me with this one.
Well, she's got to be used to bulging spuds. We've seen those adverts you do in your pants.
While he may not be as well known in America as Graham Norton, Wossie proves himself again and again as the one to watch. Known as much for his luscious locks and inability to pronounce R's as he is for his edgy, Letterman-esque interviews, Ross has never been one to skirt controversy.
I think you probably considered Margaret Thatcher in a carnal fashion.
Highlights include his juvenile and since-banned interview with David Cameron, a notorious joke about Heather Mills,
Jonathan Ross says she's such an effing liar. We're going to find out she's got 2 legs instead of 1.
and for his involvement in that whole Russell Brand thing, which resulted in the suspension of his then BBC chat show, Friday Night.
Which, in English, is drink the whole thing down.
Even if you're vomiting.
Drink the whole thing down.
If you're sick upon your shoes. Hey!
Number 8, Jay Leno.
Let me start with question number 1. What the hell were you thinking?
Although controversial for his selection and later reselection as host of The Tonight Show.
You know, this show is like a dynasty. You hold it, and then you hand it off to the next person. And I don't want to see all the fighting and all, and who's better, and nasty things back and forth in the press. So right now, here it is. Conan, it's yours. See you in 5 years, buddy. Okay.
The Chinned One was a ratings leader for most of his 22 years on the air. Prior to inheriting the show, Leno served as permanent guest host for Johnny Carson. Once installed, the comedian and gearhead hit the ground running with light interviews, topical monologues, and his signature bit, jaywalking.
I'm going to show you some clues.
Okay.
Which one of these you think he's associated with? Okay.
I think it's that.
You
Is
think
it the Pope?
It's the Pope.
I should have known that. I'm Catholic.
You should have, really?
Leno's ratings stronghold began with an apologetic appearance from Hugh Grant.
I think you know in life pretty much what's a good thing to do and what's a bad thing, and I did a bad thing, and there you have it.
And he continued to gain ground through the O.J. and Bill Clinton years.
I did not have sex with
Bill
that
Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
Bill
Very
Clinton.
good. So I really thought you would have got on Bill Renton, but no.
Number 7, Jimmy Kimmel.
No Star Wars questions.
No Star Wars question?
I can't.
Okay, all right, yeah, no problem. I think we have, we have a gentleman right there.
Do you like being in movies?
First hitting the airwaves as a snarky second banana on Win Ben Stein's Money.
Why is Ben letting me do this? Call him a dumbass.
Kimmel really made a name for himself on The Man Show. Since then, he's really come into his own. Jimmy Kimmel Live first aired on ABC at the unusual time slot of 12:05 a.m., which meant he competed with all 4 of NBC's and CBS's late-night hosts. But he gained a strong following nonetheless.
I'm Matt Damon.
She's Matt Damon.
I'm sorry, but it's true.
Originally live but now pre-taped, the show is known for Kimmel's searing, biting humor and his inexplicable feud with Matt Damon.
Welcome to tonight's episode of Jimmy Kimmel Sucks. I am your host, Matt Damon.
Number 6, Stephen Colbert.
Here we are in March of 2003, and Iraq poses an imminent threat to the safety of the United States. They have stockpiled massive quantities of chemical, biological, and nuclear weapons, which we will find the moment we invade them because they have so many.
Prior to landing his Peabody Award-winning Colbert Report gig, this sharp-witted funny man rose through the ranks of the famed Second City Chicago, worked as a voice actor, and, most notably, served as a Daily Show correspondent. Utilizing his stoic, comedic delivery, Colbert hosts The Rapport in character under the guise of a tightly wound, self-assured conservative crackpot. Remind you of anyone?
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live! It. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
The difference. People like Colbert.
Because, like, I love Saint Anger, okay? I love the album cover. Love the album cover. Never actually heard the album. I love the album cover of The Fist, you know?
They like him so much, he was named as David Letterman's replacement when the Late Show host announced his retirement in 2014.
These godless twerking machines are turning our forests into their very own episode of Grizz Gone Wild. Because look what happens next.
Number 5, Bill Maher.
Can you explain what the Big Bang Theory is? How did the universe start? There's a talk show question you won't find on Jimmy Fallon.
Starting out on cable's Comedy Central, the host and his series Politically Incorrect made the leap to ABC in 1997. Always unfiltered and living up to the show's name, the series was canceled by the Mickey Mouse Network in 2002 following Maher's controversial comment about the 9/11 terrorists.
We have been the cowards, lobbing cruise missiles from 2,000 miles away. That's cowardly.
Since making the move to HBO in 2003 with Real Time, the no-holds-barred host continues to speak his mind, shoot from the hip, and provide a haven for intellectual and biting social commentary.
Yeah, I mean, you're quoting facts. How much do we really know about facts? See, that's the problem, is that facts themselves have become subject to debate. Man, and this must drive you nuts.
Number 4, Jon Stewart.
Oh, man. I'm telling you something, as nervous and concerned and anxiety-ridden as you may be, yes, sir. This is more pressure than I've endured recently in my adult life. If I screw this up, this is your last show, and this is all you'll think about until you work again.
Stewart first made waves in the early 90s on his self-titled but doomed MTV talk show. He then served as guest host for Tom Snyder's The Late Late Show and was expected to permanently take over hosting duties.
Tell me word on the board, who is doing the lying? Aryans!
However, Stewart instead inherited The Daily Show when Craig Kilborn was drafted as Snyder's replacement. Under his leadership, Daily Show ratings soon increased by a whopping 400% and have only grown from there. Today, Stewart is noted for his warm wit and is viewed as an informed alternative to the news cycle.
Certainly the rollout for the president's signature legislative accomplishment has been rocky. But at least it has not been Mayor of Toronto rocky.
Let's go up the stairs and get going. All right.
Number 3, Conan O'Brien.
Hi, I'm in Westport, Connecticut, at the evil underground lair of Martha Stewart.
After climbing the comedy ranks by writing for SNL and The Simpsons, Conan took over Letterman's Late Night in '93. Despite a general lack of love for Coco early on, the lanky redhead made the show his own, adding wacky, surreal elements to the talk show format.
Yeah, I pity the fool, oh yeah. I pity the fool, oh yeah. I pity the fool that messes with tea. All right.
Once he found his footing and a sizable audience, O'Brien was promoted to Tonight Show host in 2009, but was soon re-replaced by Jay Leno and contractually barred by NBC from television for almost a year.
If I ran into Jay tomorrow, you know, I have no idea what the conversation would be.
However, striking him down only made him stronger.
And there's an even happier ending to this story. For on that day, both North and South united, and finally agreed on one thing. Conan O'Brien talks too much.
Number 2, David Letterman.
You know, I watched, I got to see your program yesterday.
You did?
Satanic Dismemberment.
Well...
Is that happening a lot now?
Well, see...
Now, I know if it happens to someone, it's a bad thing and you feel terrible about it, but is it sweeping the nation?
He may be an elder statesman of the form now, but Letterman was a true game changer in television.
As I said on the show yesterday, I know you don't want to get heavy here, but I think that all of Rip Her Dave, thank you. Thank you.
From his early gig as an Indianapolis weatherman to his short-lived morning show and eventual late-night success, the gap-toothed comic has affected all that came after him.
And we don't want to spend all our time discussing you biting the heads off stuff, but now why would you want to do that exactly?
From signature bits like stupid pet tricks, small-town news, to the nightly top 10, Letterman practically reinvented the format.
And the number one question Justin Bieber would answer, I don't know. How do you walk through a revolving door? We'll take a look at this.
Although he has mellowed in the years leading to his 2015 retirement, Dave was also noted for his edgier, confrontational interview style.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for being here.
That girl.
I hope you mean that.
No, what do you mean? Of course I mean that. It is nice to meet you, and it's nice
to. Delightful and charming.
Well, if you'd shut up, we'd find out.
Before we open the curtain for a top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Do you ever sometimes pinch yourself and say, I'm Air Jordan?
See, I've been in this business longer than almost anybody. I was 16. And they used to wear tuxedos in radio.
There's some sad news. Scarlett Johansson is denying reports that she will play Hillary Clinton in the upcoming movie. I'm very disappointed. No. Yeah. Nobody, though, is more disappointed than Bill Clinton. He was hoping to play himself.
Do you have,
Elmer doesn't understand who this man is.
You welcome, please, John Ono, Lennon, and Yoko Ono.
When you're in the locker room with after you make an announcement like that, I mean, is that weird?
The guys are nothing but supportive. You know, they make jokes when we're in the shower. If the lights are off, they'd be like, "Oh, I wonder why the lights are off." Like, you know, Robbie's coming in the shower.
Number 1, Johnny Carson.
Here's Johnny.
Here's our number 1. After hosting a series of game shows, Carson took the reins of The Tonight Show from Jack Paar in 1962.
Where'd that laugh come from? I want to... Oh, from the staff.
And forever changed the landscape of late-night television. Although his protege David Letterman heavily modified the format, it was Johnny that created the template still in use today.
A beeper went off in the audience. See if you can call my writers on that damn thing.
While he interviewed a range of people from entertainers to politicians to newsmakers, Carson could also make or break a comedian's career with a simple wave, and was never shy to step into a silly skit.
Wake up and smell the coffee.
Wake up and smell the coffee.
What do you do after a one-night stand with Mrs. Olson?
Do you agree with our list? Who's your favorite late-night host?
I'm looking forward to that staple diet. We will live to be very old indeed.
Thank you, Jules.
Fine young men, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to go a long way.
For more nocturnal top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
I'm out of here.
No,
really.
No, I really didn't mean to.
I'll see you in hell.